player props here on PrizePicks for Friday, March 31st. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you guys can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There is the Discord link in the description as well as the Patreon link, where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. Again, not a gambling expert, not financial advice. These are simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. But let's get into it, you guys. We have an absolutely massive slate today in the NBA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in the NBA tonight. All but 4 teams are playing tonight. 26 teams playing. Absolutely insane slate. There's going to be value on the board really throughout the day here. But yeah, 13 games on the slate today is absolutely crazy. I got 2 plays here that I like on the slate overall. Patreon, I'll probably have around 7 to 8 core plays with full deep dive analysis write-ups. So go ahead and check out that link in the description below of this video. But let's get into it, you guys. We also got the Flex Friday protected $20 play on PrizePicks as well. But let's go. First play I like is going to be Jaden Ivey over 26.5 points plus assists against the Houston Rockets. Now, this matchup should be close, right? I'm hoping it's close. It's going to be in Houston, I believe. Where's this game at? Can't find the game. Okay, in Houston. Houston's going to be 6.5 point favorites at home, 227 over under. Killian Hayes is currently questionable. Now, if Killian Hayes gets ruled out, this is a smash spot for Jaden Ivey. Like, Jaden Ivey's cashing this if Killian Hayes gets ruled out, in my opinion. 26.5 PA for Jaden Ivey without Killian Hayes is insane. But he's currently questionable. There's no real injury update for him. It just says he was sidelined for the loss with apparent leg injury. Someone from the Athletic reports here, so we'll see what happens with that. But I like this play regardless, as Jaden Ivey's been able to clear this line with Killian Hayes in the lineup. So you can see here, points plus assists. He's hit this in 3 of his last 3 in some tough matchups. He had 28 PA against Toronto, 20 points and 8 assists. He had 32 and 8 against Milwaukee, and then he had 24 and 9 here against OKC. Easily been able to smash this line in his last three games here. He faced Houston earlier this season and had 21 PA in that matchup in only 28 minutes. I think in that game there was obviously Bogdanovich was still in the lineup, Alec Burks, Sadiq Bey. There's 3 high usage players here, and Jaden Ivey was still able to get 16 and 5 in only 28 minutes. I mean, he's probably going to play 35 plus minutes as he has been, or 31, 32. I guess he's going to play 33, 34 minutes in what should be a pretty close and competitive game here. But Jaden Ivey, we take a look at the odds. Let's just refresh this here. See if any of these odds have moved for us. So he's listed at 27 flat and 27.5 on Caesars, minus 120 on DraftKings to go over 26.5. So again, we get a 1 point to a 0.5 discount here on PrizePicks at 26.5. I do think this has a chance to bump up as well. We look at Jaden Ivey over his last 10 games. He's averaging 11.6 potential assists and 7 total APG per game, playing 32.6 minutes here. Great spot here against Houston. Houston giving up over the last 7 games the most assists to the point guard position and the 4th most points to the point guard position, giving us great opportunity here. Point guards that really know how to drive and get into the paint and kick have had success. We look at Emmanuel Quickly, had 49 PA against Houston just 4 days ago. Curry had 35, Devontae Graham had 32, Dinwiddie 31 and 27, both in the month of March. Dinwiddie just had 20 and 11 versus Houston, 2 days ago. Before that, Emmanuel Quickly had 49. It's been a smash spot for players all season long against Houston, but more specifically as of late. But take a look at this. So Jaden Ivey over the last 4 games, he's at a 31.8% usage rate. 31.8% usage. He's averaging 25 and 8 over his last 4 games. Just seeing extreme usage, right? I mean, Detroit's not trying to win games, but I think this one kind of, for some pride here. Obviously, both these teams are going to finish in the bottom 3, so they should have this same amount of, chance to get that number 1 overall pick. So I think both teams will probably try to win this game as far as, both these teams being at the bottom of the barrel. But Jaden Ivey seeing this insane usage over his last 4 games, if Killian Hayes is out, this is going to go crazy. So he's averaging 25 and 8 over his last 4 per 36 minutes, right? That's about the average, the minutes we're probably going to see him play tonight. Right, so he's averaging 33.1 PA over his last 4 games. If we, for some reason, take Killian off the floor, right, like just say Killian's out, not saying he's gonna be out. I mean, we're looking at Jaden Ivey, or I guess with Killian off the floor, 16 and 12.6 assists. Sheesh. So it's a great spot. 12.6 APG with Killian off the floor. You could pivot and take 6 assists here, but I think if Killian plays, I think 26.5 PA is a little bit safer here. This should be a great spot for Jaden Ivey tonight against a Houston defense that cannot stop the point guard. Jaden Ivey, elite usage over the last 4. Been playing extremely well, smashing 3 of his last 3 against tough defenses. So that's the first play. The second play here that I'm targeting is going to be Denny Avdia. And I like him a lot tonight, but I'm going to take his over 13.5 RA or against Orlando. So let's just take a look at this. So first off, or actually let's take a look at this. So Denny Avdia, over his last 6 games, he's had at least 13 RA. He's hit this in 5 of his last 6 games. 1, 2, 3. His only miss was actually against Orlando when he had 10-3. But in that game, Bradley Beal did play, and he played 31 minutes. Bradley Beal played 31 minutes, and so did Gafford. Now we're taking a look at this matchup here. This matchup looks to be extremely close. We got a 1-point spread here with a 225.5 over/under. There's going to be no Beal, no Kuzma. Gafford is questionable. I guess with a foot injury. He already missed the last game, so you can see your Denny Avdia was inserted in the starting lineup in his absence, and in that game, Denny Avdia had, let's see what he had in that game. He had 15 RA, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists, so pretty easily hit the over on that. But if Gafford's out, Kuzma's out, and Beal's out, if we take a look at how this looks for Denny Avdia over his last 4 games in his 76-minute sample size, he's averaging 9.9 rebounds and 6.6 assists over his last 4 games with those two out. Even with just Kyle Kuzma and Bradley Beal out, let's say Gafford plays, Avdia averaging 10 and 6, 16.3 RA over his last 4 games as well. Right? We take a look. He had, like I said, 13 RA against Orlando already when he had 10-3. That was with Bradley Beal. Great spot here as the Orlando Magic allowing the most assists to the small forward position. Now, if Gafford's out, obviously it'll move Avdia up to the power forward position, where Orlando gives a 4th most rebounds to the power forward position. Okay, over his last 4 games, Denny Avdia 9.3 potential assists, averaging 6 assists per game, and also averaging 13.8 rebounding chances, averaging 9.5 rebounds per game. It's just elite right here. I mean, minus 123, good odds for us on the over on this on every sports book pretty much here. Obviously, if Gafford gets out, I like this even more here. But what should be a close game, 1-point spread. We're looking at Avdia playing 33 to 34 to 35 minutes tonight. I just like the odds here for this one. I think this is a little bit too low. He's hit this in 5 of his last 6. An elite matchup, most assists to the small forward position. You're going to have a ton of usage. I like Denny Avdia over 13.5 RA. So these are the 2 plays here for this YouTube video. We got Jaden Ivey over 26.5 PA, Denny Avdia over 13.5 RA. Let me know in the comments below. I do think this Ivy might jump up to 27. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these plays, though. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.